Hey, what's going on, guys? It is 10:09 at night on a Tuesday, and today we'll talk to you about meditation and what my pursuit of a meditation practice has to do with podcasting. So about 4 years ago, I was unhappy. I was frustrated all the time. I had a short temper. I just kind of lived in my head and tortured myself in my own head. And I was going to a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu gym at the time. I still do. And one of my really good friends there told me about the app Headspace. And Headspace is basically a guided meditation app that is probably the most popular meditation app out there. He said that he was doing these meditations like 10 time or 10 minutes a day for like I think like a 20-day kind of course or something like that through the app. And he recommended it to me. He just as like a thing that he was doing and see what I was interested in doing as well. And I tried it out. And it started off as like a 5 minute thing every day to 10 minutes to 15 minutes. And then after about a year, I did a whole year straight of this meditation. And I was doing like 15 minutes a day. And then the next kind of following year, I was I was super into it. I was doing these daily meditations. My life was getting better. Like I felt like I was just at a peace, like inner peace. I felt more relaxed. I just felt more clarity. I felt there's this book called 10% Happier, which is about meditation, and that's like the practical result of it for me. I felt 10% happier. I felt great. And the next year, I was like, let's step this up. Let's continue on this pursuit because it's been great for me. So I stepped it up from 15 minutes per day up to 20 minutes and up to 30 minutes eventually. It's funny. I started doing 30 minutes a day because one day I did 20 minutes, and I forgot to set my timer, and ended up like close my eyes, and then like 20 minutes pass, 25 minutes, and 30 minutes pass, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. It feels like I've been keep my eyes closed for too long. Open my eyes, check the timer, and the alarm didn't go off. And I spent 30 minutes meditating. I was like, wow, this is like, I feel better by doing this. So let's keep on doing it. So I did 30 minutes every day for another year. So 2 years straight now meditation. And, um, and now, after about the third year, my life got busier. I just had a kid, just a lot more going on in life that I stopped doing 30 minutes. I started doing 20 minutes, started doing 15 minutes. And then in my fourth year, which is this past year, I started doing 15 minutes only 6 times a week, and then only 5 times. Now, eventually got down to 3 times a week at 15 minutes. So at one point, I was doing 30 minutes a day, every single day. Now I'm down to 15 minutes a day for less than half of the week. So I definitely started feeling anxiety again. I started feeling like I was not in a good place, and I knew I needed to change things. But how do I get back on track after kind of falling off, and how to get back to 30 minutes a day? Like that was my goal. And I kept on trying it. I kept on trying to go for 15, 20 minutes a day. And every day where I didn't have the 15 to 20 minutes, I just kind of gave up and just decided, I don't have time to do 15 minutes a day. I'm just not going to do it at all. And then I started thinking, like, I started reading these posts online from advice column from meditation experts and people that were giving advice on their experience, and they said that what's more important than the amount of time you meditate, even cumulatively, is doing it daily. Like show up every single day, even if it's for like 30 seconds or even if it's for 1 minute. If we do it every single day, that's better than doing like an hour-long meditation once a week. So I started thinking to myself, okay, what if I just try to set a bare minimum? Like, what if I set the bar super, super low and just got myself to show up? So that was a plan, to just do my 15 minutes a day when I can, but on days where I feel like I can't do it, just show up for a minute. Like sit down, close my eyes, meditate for 1 minute. And it's been about, so then I started doing that, and now it's 23 days into my current streak of daily meditation. And some days I do 15 minutes, some days I do 5 minutes, some days I do 1 minute right before bed. Just finding a way to show up every day, squeeze it in, and I feel better. I feel much more control. I feel more moments of pause in my day to give myself a breathing room, breathing space. It's feel great. It's I started showing up every day again, even though it was not perfect. It worked, and that was like the big kind of realization for me was like, if I try to make things perfect every time, I'm going to not be consistent And when you're not consistent, you end up giving up everything completely. And the idea is to understand that imperfect action is the best thing that you can have, is should be cherished. Imperfect action should be cherished. Imperfect action should be celebrated as long as you're making progress, as long as you're showing up every day. So if you are hesitant to start a podcast because you're not sure if you can provide production quality content or new content, original content every single day, first of all, you don't have to. And second of all, don't set the goal that high. The goal, especially when you're starting out, the goal when you don't have a podcast at all, you're thinking about starting one, is to just show up consistently and publish consistently. Put out once a week if you're doing once a week. I say minimum do at least once a week. If you're doing like a couple times a week, on a Monday and a Wednesday, make sure you show up on a Monday and Wednesday and produce that podcast. And don't come into it thinking that you gotta produce something high quality. I know a lot of people don't get started because they think of podcasting, they think about radio or NPR or like some highly produced episodes where you have whole teams of 10, 15 people and professional audio engineers and professional researchers all working on it. Yours is one person, and that's fine. That's the lane that we're in as podcasters, as independent podcasters. So the goal is just to show up and don't set the bar too high. Don't try to be perfect in each episode. Just think about showing up and putting something out there. So hopefully that helps you out if you're hesitant to start podcasts because you're not sure that you can produce content consistently. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just show up, and by showing up, by taking action, that's when you learn. That's when you get better. You don't get better from sitting on the sidelines and thinking about how you can do this. You only get better by taking action imperfectly and celebrate that imperfect action. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast or you have one already, you want to know what are the steps to take so that you can show up every single day. What are all the things you have to do so that you can show up and take action and learn from your actions and learn from your mistakes and learn from making progress. You need to kind of get the roadmap for all of this. And we cover all of this in the Podcasting Secrets course. If you want to learn how to launch and grow your podcast, your first 1,000 subscribers, make sure to go to podcastingsecretscourse.com. Again, podcastingsecretscourse.com, and join the course. I hope to see you inside. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.